And welcome back, bitches, to what will hopefully be the final installment of Mr. Sinclair's tour of Alcohol-Edu. Hopefully, we will be done with this shit forever. We're starting part 2. We gotta take another motherfucking survey. Oh joy. Let's take a look at it. To what degree is it acceptable for people to drink underage or get drunk on school nights? And it's again on the scale of 1 to 7, 1 being never, 7 being always in the case of this question. I'm going to answer 1 on both of them, but I don't really care. I really don't. I got more important shit to be doing. How likely or unlikely is it that the following things would happen to you personally if you were to drink 3 or 4? I do not know. Fucking Alcohol-Edu, I do not know. We've been over this shit again. I do not drink, so I don't know what would happen to me. Fuck! I'm not even gonna list them off. I'm just gonna go right down the middle. Number 4. Number 4, number 4, number 4. I swear. I swear. Why are they making me do this again? Why are we getting so motherfucking repetitive? As if my answers have changed in some way, shape, or form? Okay, now it's asking me, have I consumed alcohol? No, I have not. So here, the thing should just stop. Okay, you don't drink. We get that from all of the ways you have been answering our questions. But no, I have to keep going. When you choose not to drink, how important are the following reasons? And lists a bunch of different reasons. And I don't care. I don't care. I really don't. Because I don't drink. I don't need to worry about what I would do or would not do if I was drunk. I don't know what I would do. You know? I really don't. I could vomit all over the place. I could. I could decide the way I'm going to water my lawn is by peeing all over. In the past 2 weeks, have you used any of the following? And it's cigarettes and drugs and To what extent do you agree with following statements? Women should take responsibility for avoiding sexual assault by drinking less. That's a 3. It isn't fair to charge a man with sexual assault if he's drinking. Disagree. It's the same questions. It's the same questions. We're doing this all over again. Why did they have to have that gap? It's been like almost a month. And it's the same shit. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. No. A person who was sexually assaulted should never be blamed for what happened. Yes, I agree. A person who forces himself sexually on another person should always be blamed. Yes, I strongly agree. So-called acquaintance rape are nothing more than a misunderstanding. No, fuck you. Why are you asking these questions? Why? Why? And what do you get out of this? I would actually hope that this serves some kind of purpose, and that people who agree with all of the bad shit that you shouldn't be agreeing with are hauled off to jail. But that's not what happens. It isn't. This is just a waste of time. Without exception, a person who forces himself sexually on another person should face the legal consequences. Agree. It isn't fair to charge a man with sexual assault if the other person was drinking and I'll let him on. No, bullshit, 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 bullshit. This whole thing is bullshit. And now it's asking me what I would do in these situations. I don't know. I have never been in these situations. I don't plan on being in these situations. Why the fuck do you not get that? How likely or unlikely would you be able to directly intervene to stop a friend from getting into a situation where he or she might sexually be assaulted? Very likely. How likely to intervene from being able to stop a friend coming into a situation where they might commit sexual assault if you were intoxicated? How likely or unlikely is it that you would be able to say no if you didn't want to have sex? If you were intoxicated, would you be able to respect your partner's decisions? To what extent do you agree with the following statements? Women who drink a lot are signaling that they want sex, and then men who drink a lot are signaling that they want sex. Oh my god. The same questions, but we are done with it. And now, we're going back to take a look at the plan that I made way back when. And it's got the stuff I checked on it. And I'm just going on and... Okay, now we're on to Module 5, officially. This whole section of the surveys was just an intro. Now we're mastering the college environment. Let me tell you something. I am in my 4th year of college. I think I've got this shit figured out. But let's just see what they've got for us. Watched another video, and I tried to skip past it. They wouldn't let me. I had to listen through it twice. Gotta power through. We're almost done. Developing a personalized plan. Blah 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 blah. Not really important. We're moving on. And it's the same. It is the same thing that we have done before. To manage my time wisely, I will, and it's giving me things I can check. I will check, assign a priority and a deadline to each of my tasks. Yes, I do that. In order to stay calm and well rested, I will try to get good night's sleep. It says forget not to breathe. I've never understood that. Because if you forget to breathe, ladies and gentlemen, you pass out. In order to remain physically active, I guess I'll get regular exercise and walk around in order to maintain a healthy diet. These people truly don't understand college students. We don't have healthy diets. Make sure to eat fruits and vegetables. I've got carrots. I'm gonna go snack on those after this, so I guess that's good. Take care of my overall health and well-being. Oh, talk to my friends if I'm feeling overwhelmed, I guess. And now I can view the plan. And there it is. Exactly what I said. And now it's on to step 5 of Module 5, recognizing problems. When bigger problems arise, you're on the right track to managing stress and mastering college. Sometimes people use alcohol to cope with difficult things going on in their lives. I am not one of those people. So why does this apply to me? It doesn't say. It has nothing. Nothing! Another bullshit video that's sticking us in another bullshit situation. We have a roommate who's been drinking a lot. What's worse is he's been drinking alone. You see there, everyone knows. That's a sign. That's a sign that you're becoming an alcoholic. We're going to try to deal with that. We're going to confront our friend. And we're going to slap some sense into him. Except I actually don't think that's one of the options, which is unfortunate. I'd like to slap some sense into Alcoholedu, but I can't. It's an internet site, and I can't do anything about that. I can just try to move on and deal with my frustrations in another way, by cursing it out on a video on YouTube. Fuck you, Alcoholedu! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! I apologize. Let's move on, shall we? You suspect your roommate may be having a problem with alcohol. What can you do? Let's click on one and see what we can do. Not much. He'll snap out of it. It's probably just getting used to college thing. Now do a little research. This could be a more serious problem. And learn what you can do to help. Stop hanging out with him. You don't want him to drag you down. Well, I guess we gotta do a little research. That seems like the best thing to do. The kind thing to do. Doing some research is a good place to start. You're certainly not a doctor, and you're not going to diagnose his condition. Too bad I already have. He's an alcoholic. Too bad you already have. He's an alcoholic, isn't he? But let's move on. And then there's some things, talk to your RA, telling him that your roommate's a drunk. And here are some of the telltale signs. He's frequently late to class or work due to his drinking. You are hearing concerns about his drinking from friends or family. You would think they would do something to step in, but no, it's up to you. He's been unsuccessful to cut down on his drinking. He's lying or hiding his drinking. He talks and thinks about drinking throughout the day, and he's been drinking by himself. Yes, that is quite an obsession with drinking, isn't it? Alright, now we've got to try to help our friend, and let's see what we can do. Get Lou's parents involved so they can help figure out what to do. Have a one-on-one with him. Get your friends together. He's more likely to listen to a group. It'll tell him things are out of hand. Well, I don't think we need to involve everybody. Let's just have a one-on-one with him. Suggest a trip to a quiet local spot. Or talk to him one night when you're both in your room just hanging out. Pick a place where you won't feel rushed and won't be interrupted. You'll need his full attention on this one. It also goes without saying that you should be sober when you have this talk with him. Well, actually, you both should be sober. Because we both know. You've been doing a lot of drinking too. Because you've been doing this shit. You've been doing Alcoholedu. Be prepared for his reaction. He might get defensive. Might even call into question some of your drinking practices. So, I think you're a drunk. Dude, I'm not a drunk. What about you? Well, as I've been telling the internet, Alcoholedu, and everyone who will actually listen to me, I don't drink. So I don't have a drinking problem. Now let's get back to your problem. And that's how my situation would lay out. Let's move on, shall we? As quickly as possible. Well, we talked to our roommate and he basically told us to fuck off. So now what do? We could tell him that we're sick of living with a drunk and that he needs to get his act together. Let him know that the way he acts when he's drunk makes you not want to be around him. Explain to him you've done a lot of research and now you're convinced that he might be an alcoholic. I want to say the last one. It's not the right answer, but I want to say it. Let him know that we don't like to be around him when he's drunk. Even though he might be fucking hilarious. Alcoholedu is very biased. It does not give us all of the information that we need to make a proper judgment. Shame. Shame. But it's a good response. You're not making assumptions. You're not lashing out. You also don't sound judgmental, like you're above his behavior. It would be harder for Lou to continue to be defensive if you just tell him how his behavior makes you feel. Because we're assuming that our friend Lou cares about us. And he probably doesn't. Probably doesn't. Alright. Don't expect things to change overnight. You'll probably need to talk to your friends several times. Remember, the key to helping a friend is persistence. Even if your particular conversation isn't the one to motivate them, it will set the stage for conversations for you and others may up having in the future. And now it's giving us some resources, links to Alcoholics Anonymous, substance abuse treatment centers, and whatnot. We've come to the end. I pray, because Module 5, Mastering the College Environment, Course Conclusion. I swear to God, Alcoholedu, if you are lying to me,